is everybody? Okay, we better turn that off before Facebook starts disliking us. All right, howdy. It's Monday night. I was about to say it. It's Friday. Dad is here. No, it's not Friday. It is Monday night, and Dad is here. How is everybody? Hey, Patty, how are you? All right, give me just a minute because I want to see what everybody's talking about. Windows comments. There's my comments windows. Oh, look at everybody's here. Hello. Good. Look. Joe and Jeffrey and Carolyn and Michelle and Jeremy. Oh, that's me. Patty, Annette, Lindsay, Jill, Wendy, Jennifer. Hi, everybody. Good evening. It's a beautiful day in Oklahoma. Actually, it's about thunder and lightning and storm and rain, but we need the rain in Oklahoma. Believe me, we need the rain. You might notice that my voice is a little low tonight. Well, that's because everything in the world is in bloom in Oklahoma, and it's all caught in my throat tonight, but we're going to muddle through, so if I all of a sudden stop talking and start talking like this, you'll know why. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Bill. Hi, Nicole. Hi, happy Monday, Sonia. Thanks. Hi, John, Sue, Deb, Amber. Look at everybody showing up tonight. Hi, Willie. We're just going to have a big ball tonight. So what are we going to do? I am really so excited. I just had the best time last week. I got invited. Hi, Jessica. I got invited. I was one of about 20, 25 people that were invited to go take a behind-the-scenes tour of Toy Story Land. It's just amazing. But before we get into that, we got to do a few things. First, you might notice that I got a few friends hanging around with me tonight. I got Zerg and Buzz, and let me go this way, and Rex and Jesse and Woody. And you know what we're going to do tonight? We're going to give these guys away to you. I don't have any kids. Well, actually, Mrs. Mom's been kind of saying, "Hey, can I steal this one? No, you can't steal that one. We've just got to we got to give them away." Our good friend Shannon from Destinations to Travel. She provided these for us so we could have some prizes to give away tonight. She heard that I was going. She quickly got these together for us so we could give some prizes away tonight. This is going to be fun. Every 10 minutes, we're going to give somebody who's here. All you got to do, you got to comment, you got to like, you got to share, say hi, something down below, and you'll be entered to win one of our toys. Thank you, Shannon. That's so cool. Before we get started, first I want to say something about Destinations to Travel, because this Toy Story, this summer promotion, the fall promotions that are to come, it's going to be a big year to go to Walt Disney World. Toy Story Land's going to be open on June 30th, so a lot of you want to go to Walt Disney World this year. If you are thinking about going on a trip this year, next year, anytime in the future, I highly recommend. I beg you. I mean, if you don't, it's just silly. Please go get in touch with Shannon and her team over at Destinations to Travel. We'll have a link down in the comments below of how to get a hold of them. But they will truly help you. Be your friend. Be your partner in your trip. If you've been on many of Lunch with Dads, you'll know that people all the time say, "Oh, I love Destinations to Travel." In fact, I got this just this week. Shannon sent me this. This was a note, unsolicited note that came in about Stephanie Walsh, one of their agents. She's one of the agents that works for the people we send to Destinations to Travel. All right, real quick, this one says, I have to let you know how much I really appreciated all the help Stephanie Walsh provided as we planned our trip to Disney World, which took place last week. We were a group of 9, including grandparents, parents, 4 children ranging up from just turned 5 to almost 10, and arriving from 3 different states. The last time we were at Disney World was 2006, before any of the children were born, and needless to say, things have changed a great deal, particularly in regards to technology. Stephanie guided us every step of the way and made the evening, even the planning, enjoyable. We ran into a glitch arranging fast passes. She solved the problem. When one of our group had to opt out, she took care of it. She stayed in touch the whole time and made sure we were aware of various deadlines. We have told many people that we highly recommend her using her services because she was efficient, friendly, and patient through all the months. She's a gem, and I don't say that lightly. I get notes like that all the time about destinations and travel. Hi, Shannon. I see you just popped up. Hi, Janet. It's just scrolling through so fast. I can't keep up with everybody. But anyway, use destinations of travel. They will really help with everything you do. They're great to work with. Shannon and I talk all the time. She sends me toys. She sends me toys to give away. They're just great. So, hi, Steph. And let's see, anybody else? Who else have I missed? Patty. Yeah, Patty worked with Stephanie. Yeah, absolutely. Hi, Bill. Jeffrey, hello, Jeffrey. Yeah, got the email. Get you an email. Judith, Kristen, Willie, yeah, everybody. Lindsay. Wow, good. Glad you're all here tonight. So let's get into this. Let's talk about what I got to do. Well, first, actually, I spent one day at Walt Disney World last week. One day. It was an amazing day. We'll just talk about what the plan is for tonight. Like any good TV show, we're going to save the best for last. But so we're going to start out with, and I'm going to tell you about what happened during the day. First part, morning, I got up and I went to the Magic Kingdom, spent the morning in the Magic Kingdom. Second, after I went to Toy Story, to Hollywood Studios, I went over to Epcot and went through the New American Adventure. And so we're going to talk about Magic Kingdom and then Epcot, then Toy Story Land, and then I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. If you've got any questions about anything Disney related, let me know and I'll answer them. Mainly this is about Toy Story Land and the things I saw. But hi, Stacy. Hi, Penny. Hi, Dickie. All kinds of people. Michelle. Yeah. But anyway, if you have any questions, put them in the comments, and Stephanie, my assistant, will get them for me and send me I have another screen over here where I can see your questions when she puts them in for me. So I won't have to scroll through and look for them. So anyway, let's get started. All right. First day. I arrived. I got into the Magic Kingdom. Well, let's back up a little bit. Let me talk about how this all started. On Wednesday, March 15th, I got an email from the group at Disney that deals with media people and inviting me to this series. Actually, it's a series of 3 tours of the construction at Toy Story Land. This is something Disney has never done before. They never show anybody the construction before it's done. So this is something very new that they're testing. So they invited, there were about 20 of us that they had invited. And, okay, this is Wednesday, March 15th. Now, it did say on the email something about a previous email, but I didn't get it. So here it is. It's Wednesday. The thing was on Thursday, the 22nd. So 23rd. It was a week away. It was just a week away. It's just a week. Mrs. Mom, I got this and I think I need to go. So you got airlines, you got hotels, you got rental car, you got packing, you got to plan a day off. I mean, it's just, there were 3 days, part of 3 days I'm planning to be off. So there's a lot to do in a little bit of time, and really, I plan a trip in 3 days. Okay, yeah, I can do that. So anyway, we got it all done. We got it all arranged, and we got the airfare all worked out, and boom. On Wednesday, I left on a late night flight, got into Orlando about midnight, got into the hotel about midnight, about the same time as a junior high band was unloading and scurrying around the hotel for a little bit. Luckily, it got pretty quiet pretty quick. But anyway, so the next morning, I got up early and I decided I was going to go to the Magic Kingdom. Now, this is the first time I've ever gone to Disney without a plan. I don't go without a plan. So here I am, 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. What am I going to do today? So I decided first thing I was going to do was go over to the Magic Kingdom and see the new things, the Pirates of the Caribbean and the new show at Stephanie, I think it's 10 minutes. You got a winner for me? The new show over, yeah, look at that. And I ask him, there it is, right there. She's so good. All right, so first off, we're giving away Zerg. I'll come right back to this. This is going to last forever, the way I'm going. We're giving away Zerg, and it looks like Joni Simpson, you won Zerg. You won Zerg. That's so cool. You can shoot little lasers at him. Play like you're at Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin. Anyway, Joni, you win Zerg. Send me a message up in the comments or wherever the message us is. And, well, actually, you can't do that here anymore, can you? Go over to our Facebook page and send us a message on our Facebook page, and we'll get this sent out to you. So send us a message, and we'll get this sent out to you tomorrow. I'll get them out tomorrow. Anyway, Joni, congratulations. You won the prize. What was I thinking? Okay, back to the Magic Kingdom. I decided I'd go on Pirates and over to the new Hall of Presidents because I hadn't seen those yet, and I wanted to see what changes were made. Pirates. Well, before I went on Pirates, I decided I was going to ride. The crowds hadn't picked up yet. Now, remember, last week, we're talking spring break week. We're talking huge crowd week. It's supposed to be huge crowds, and as it turned out, it was later. But when I'm there at 9 o'clock in the morning, walk into the park, I'm kind of strolling down Main Street. Well, I'm not strolling. I'm driving my little ECV. Driving my little ECV down Main Street. There's really nobody around. If you were watching here on our Facebook group, you saw that I streamed live. I streamed the opening show live that morning, and then I walked over and I rode Tomorrowland Transit Authority, and then went down to Buzz Lightyear. What you're talking? We were talking 9:15, 9:30. Buzz Lightyear was 5-minute wait. Actually, I walked right in, walked right on, didn't stop. So. We're talking 9:30 in the morning on spring break morning. Buzz Lightyear had no crowds. I always say you got to get to the parks early. And this is why I say it, because that first couple hours is just incredible. The lines are just non-existent. And here we are at 9:30 in the morning. There is no line for Buzz. When I finally left that area about 9:45, still no line for Buzz. So I go over to Pirates. I stopped and got me a Dole Whip, and I got to Pirates about 10:15. Now, the line for Pirates is about 30 minutes. It's posted 35 minutes. It took us about 20 minutes. But yeah, it's a little longer. But then again, Pirates has just had an update. And it was after 10, so it's been about an hour, but still, the lines were really short. All right, so I jump on Pirates. I've always liked Pirates. Yo ho, a pirate's life for me. I was kind of a pirate heart. Not really, but always kind of think I'm a pirate at heart. And I don't know about pillage and plunder and no, that's not me. Anyway, so I just like the ride. I've always liked it. Even before the movies, I liked it. When they came out with the first movie, I really liked that they followed the ride, that they used a lot of scenes out of the ride and made the ride into the movie. Not a big fan of the other movies, but the first movie was pretty good. So I hop on Pirates, go, they've got the new scene. What used to be, we wants the redhead, the auction scene. And they've changed that now to where it's still an auction scene, but instead of auctioning off the ladies, they are now auctioning off eggs and chickens, and okay, I'm going to let my Middle America show a little bit here. I just didn't get it. I didn't get why the change. So we changed the scene from auctioning off ladies, which is never going to happen in this culture. If you go through that and you get the idea that you're going to change and you're going to start grabbing and auctioning people off and becoming a human slaver just because you watch Pirates of the Caribbean, well, they've changed the redhead from what everybody, we wants the redhead, to a pirate holding a gun. So now we've given her a shotgun. And she's a bad guy. Instead of being a victim, now she's the bad guy. And we're talking about a ride where you start out with cannons and burning buildings, and where they're drowning the locals. I mean, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. Just listen to the words of the song. I mean, good grief. Yo ho, yo ho, pirates fly for me. We pillage, we plunder, we rifle, we loot. Drink up, ye hearties, yo ho. We kidnap and ravage and don't give a hoot. Drink up, ye hearties, yo ho. Yo ho, sing along. A pirate's life for me. We extort, we pillage, we flinch, we sack. Drink up, ye hearties, yo ho. Maraud and embezzle and even hijack. Drink up, ye hearties, yo ho. Yeah, that seems good. But it just doesn't make a lot of sense that we've taken that iconic scene and changed it because we'd want to be politically correct. The whole ride is politically incorrect. That was what was so special about it. It's politically incorrect. They've watered it down. Does it really change the ride all that much? Not really. But it just didn't make a lot of sense. All right, so enough of my little ranting. So after I got through with Pirates, I went over to the Hall of Presidents because I wanted to see the updates to the Hall of Presidents. It was closed for a long time, so I expected some big changes. And believe me, there were big changes. It was a massive. Now, if you go in and you watch, you're going to say, well, Dad, what's so massive about these changes? The whole show was changed. The theater was redone. The screens, the projections are brighter. The presidents, the colorings pop more. Either they've changed the lighting on the stage or they've changed all the dress that the presidents were in. During the show, instead of just the curtain opening up and you seeing all the presidents, at first it opens up just a little bit and Tom Jefferson stands up and does a little speech and sits back down and the curtain comes back. And then in a little bit, the curtain opens up and you see all the presidents and they're all introduced. President Trump does his little speech. But it really got a total refresh. Don't do that. Don't hit that button. Anyway, my microphone sits right here, and I better move it a little bit so I don't hit it again. Anyway, I talk with my hands. What can I say? I'm not Italian, but I talk with my hands. So, okay, so we're good. So anyway, they changed the whole room. They've redone, not redone. You won't see any changes, but you can really tell that the quality of the screens, the quality of the projection, the sound is better. It's clearer. They did do a lot to the theater to make it better. Now, I will say the show itself is a little longer. It feels a little longer, at least to me. Good show, still good. There are some changes. It is different. It's the story of the president, so it's a little different than it was before. But there were some definite changes. But overall, good show. Very bright, colors were very much brighter. Those are things I noticed. I'm kind of a color guy, so colors catch my eye, and the colors were much brighter. All right, so after the Hall of Presidents, I bugged out. It was time to go because where was I going? Oh, yeah, I was going over to Hollywood Studios. But before we get to Hollywood Studios, all right, it's time to give away prize number 2, and that's my buddy, Buzz Lightyear. To infinity and beyond. Do I sound like Tim Allen? I don't know. Maybe not. All right, so Buzz, the winner of Buzz Lightyear is Wendy Weatherholtz. Wendy, congratulations. You won Buzz Lightyear. If you're just joining us, we're giving prizes away every 10 minutes. We've given away Zurg and Buzz. We still got, who's that? Rex and Jesse and Woody to give away. So how do you enter? Just hit like, just comment, just share, or share. Everybody should be sharing this. This is so much fun. Everybody should be telling their friends that Dad's talking about Toy Story Land. Anyway, so I know a lot of you are commenting and liking already, so I really appreciate that. All right, so I did go over to Hollywood Studios next, but before we talk about that, I want to talk about Epcot. I decided after I went to Toy Story, and then I went back to the hotel and did a little work, and then came back, and I was going to eat dinner. I did eat dinner at the Festival of the Arts, because the Festival of the Arts, I did that a long time ago, at the Flower and Garden Festival. So I decided I'd go to the Flower and Garden Festival, get some dinner, and I'd go over and see the show at the American Adventure. It's been updated, so I wanted to see what the difference was at the American Adventure. So as I walked around looking at the food booths at the Flower and Garden Festival, and ended up at, I'm trying to hide behind, and I'm figuring out where that let's see if I can move that over a little bit. Anyway, so I ended up at the American Adventure. Went in, waited for the show. I was really sad because I was too late to see the Voices of Liberty. I love the Voices of Liberty. Obviously, my dream job, as you can probably tell from how much I sing, is I want to sing with the Voices of Liberty. Today I would sing bass. Normally I would sing baritone or tenor, but today I'm singing bass. Anyway, so we got in. It was there a few minutes, and it was time to go. I went on in. We all went on in, and I kind of tried to sit in the middle. I sat in the middle to watch the new show for the American Adventure, and the main show itself did not change a lot. They took out the space shuttle. They changed some of the, where at the end where some of the people show up, the different people, Steve Jobs and Mahatma Gandhi, and all the different people show up. But they have changed some of the faces there, added some new faces in that area. But the big thing was they just kind of refreshed everything, kind of like they did over at the Hall of Presidents. The projection was new. The turntable that holds the scenes that you see got some updates, and it wasn't as big of a change as you saw over in the Hall of Presidents. But you can tell the video projection was better. The sound quality was better. What I was really worried about was I'd heard they changed the song. America, spread your golden wings. They changed it a little bit only to add some time in the middle of it, because that part is just a little longer than it used to be. So they've added some time, and they've taken the sound down a little bit in those places where people are talking. Where Martin Luther King says, "I have a dream," where you hear him saying that in the background. Those things are brought out forward more, and the others are taken down a little more. So it really, there isn't a lot of difference in the show, but there is better quality in the projection and in the sound. All right, so I come out of the American Adventure, and I saw that the Little River Band was playing in the American Garden Theater. Oh boy, I love the Little River Band. Friday night, it was late, I was walking you home, I got down to the gate, and I was dreaming of the night. Oh boy, I'm on a roll tonight, aren't I? I can't sing because of my voice, but I'm singing, that's all I'm doing. Anyway, so I love the Little River Band. Reminiscing. Their songs are just great. And so I wanted to, I was thinking, oh boy, I get to see this is really going to top off a perfect day. It's been a great day. I've had a Dole Whip. I'm going to hear the Little River Band. I've seen Toy Story. It was just going to top off. But I was there on Thursday, and they were playing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And there was no band on Thursday. So, oh, shucks. I didn't get to see the Little River Band, but that was all right. That was a great date. All right. So, what else was I going to talk about tonight? I think we're done, right? Aren't we done? Excuse me. Time for questions, right? No. Okay, no. All right. What you all have been waiting for. Hi, Steve. My buddy Steve is here. Yeah, he loves Little River Band. He goes to lots of concerts. Anyway, so here's what we came for. Toy Story Land. A while ago, it was announced that Toy Story Land was going to be built, and we all went, "Yay, yay, yay! Where's Cars Land? Yay, yay, yay! Where's Cars Land? We want Toy Story Land." Anyway, no, that was just me. Most of us, Toy Story Land. Who likes Toy Story? Hit the like button. Who likes the movie Toy Story? Woody, Buzz. Oh. Jesse, Mr. Potato Head. I love Mr. Potato Head. Anyway, Toy Story, just one of the classic movies of all time. One of the funnest movies. Look at everything they built around Toy Story, the movie. Anyway, so when I got the invitation, decided to go. I'm vamping because it's not almost 30. All right, so we'll get into it. So I got to Hollywood Studios, and it was a little early. It was like noon. Oh, there is something I need to talk about before we talk about Toy Story. It was about noon, so it's time for lunch. I was hungry. So, and I'm going to, sometime next month, I'm going to review Pizza Rizzo. I went over and ate at Pizza Rizzo. It's Toy Story. I wanted Toy Story. I want to go back to Toy Story Pizza Planet. But unfortunately, it's gone. But Pizza Rizzo's there, and it's basically the same thing. It's the same pizza. So, but they just changed the building. They've taken out the games. That's pretty much all they've done is taken out the games. So had lunch at Pizza Rizzo. Okay lunch, filling lunch, and it was getting time for, it wasn't time yet, so I just kind of drove around. I'm having to use an ACV because I got problems. But so I'm driving around looking at things, and you probably saw I did a couple of hint videos. They're down. You can look at the hints down there. So I hinted that I was going here because I was on the secret mission. I hinted that I was going to do something about Star Wars Land. Little secret. I might get to do this again next year for Star Wars Land. That will be so cool. Because I'm a big Star Wars fan. Anyway, so I did this little hint video about Star Wars Land. This lovely little PhotoPass photographer trying to stay out of the video. And we kind of talked and played around. But anyway, so I did the video, and then I walked down the main street at Toy Story, and my battery died on my phone, and just kind of messing around, kind of wasting time till 3 o'clock when we were all supposed to meet. And so finally, it was time to go in. I went into Walt Disney Presents, the Walt Disney Presents Theater, walked through the Walt exhibit, and went back to the area where we were supposed to meet in front of the Toy Story model. And good grief, everybody's already there. I'm one of the last ones there, and I'm 30 minutes early. You think these people are a little excited? Yeah, we're all Disney crazies, and we're all there. Yes, you would know who I was there with. You've probably, if you follow Disney at all, you've probably heard people talking about that they were there. There were a few of us there. Like I said, 15 or 20. I didn't count. But there were a few of us there. And people, if you saw, I recognized. And some of them we were just on a cruise together back in January. So there were a few that I knew and I met. And so, here we go. This is what I've been waiting for. Yeah, this is time for Rex. It's time to give away my old buddy Rex. I hate giving away Rex. Can I keep Rex? All right. Michelle Timmons, you win Rex. Here you go. You win Rex. Just send us a note. Go over to our Facebook page. the big Facebook page. Go over to the Facebook page and send us a note. And that's for everybody that wins, for Michelle, for Wendy, for Joni. Go over to the Facebook page, send us a note, and we'll get your address, and we'll mail these out to you really quick. All right. So, time came. I'm timing this really well tonight. Here we go. Time came, and it was time to go. First off, Disney had some announcements for us. You know, you can't take any we couldn't take any pictures or video when we went behind through the doors that say cast member only. So we couldn't take any video. We could take our phones, we could take video, but we had to point them at the ground. So there's no video, there's no pictures. Unfortunately, Disney provided us with pictures. Of course, they gave me a little thumb drive. I had it here a minute ago. They gave me a little thumb drive, and the pictures that was corrupted, and the pictures didn't work. So, but you've seen all the pictures. They've been published. We've published. In fact, if you go over to WDW Magazine, wdw-magazine.com, and look at the blog or the news, it says news up at the top. Click on that, and you'll see a post I did yesterday about this tour with the pictures that Disney gave out that we could publish. And it'll kind of walk you through the same thing we're going to talk about tonight. Maybe a little different, but anyway, so there were two Disney Imagineers that talked to us there at the model for Toy Story Land. The first one, I don't remember very well. He was only there a couple of minutes. I didn't get the video of him. I didn't think about getting video of him. He basically just introduced the team. There were several members of the Imagineering team there. There were at least 4 members of the Imagineering team and him there. And he kind of introduced us, and he let out the big news that Woody, Buzz, and Jessie are going to get their own meet and greet area in Toy Story Land. This is something that hadn't been announced yet. Yes, we were the first ones to hear this at 2:47 on last Thursday afternoon. Of course, didn't think to tweet it or anything like that, but that we were the first ones to hear that announcement that Woody, Jessie, and Buzz are going to get their own little home in Toy Story Land. Anyway, all right, so he introduces Ryan Weingartner. And Ryan is the lead Imagineer that's working on Toy Story Land, that's interfacing with the construction people, overseeing the construction of Toy Story Land. If you go over to that post I talked about on WDW Magazine, you'll see the video I took of Ryan. It's literally, I'm standing here behind 2 other people. You can see their phones as everybody's doing the same thing. We're all taking video of Ryan as he talks, but he's like a kid, and he's like me right now. He's like the kid, and he's just I'm so excited to get to share this with somebody. I'm so excited to finally get to show somebody. It's hard to call a grown man cute, but he was cute. It was just so cute to watch him talk about Toy Story, his love, his emotions. He's been on the project since it started 4 years ago. I mean, he's the design engineer for this project, design Imagineer for this project. So he's been with it since it's kind of his baby. And to hear him talk about it, it's just so rich and so deep. He not only knows the story, he wrote the story. The story of Andy's Backyard. Don't know how much you've heard about the story of Andy's Backyard, but Toy Story Land is Andy's backyard. So when you walk into Toy Story Land, you're walking into Andy's backyard. But you're walking in as the size of a green army man. And all around the backyard are Andy's toys. This is where Andy plays. And you can see over here, he's built a roller coaster out of these Tinker Toys. And he's got this, alien saucer thing that he won at Toy Story Pizza Planet. And he's got the Midway game where you can go play the Midway games. And he's got his lunchbox right there. And Ryan's telling us this story about how we are in Andy's backyard, but we're the size of a green army man. So everything is on the scale of you being 1.5 inches tall. So as Ryan walked us through this, as we left, and he did this all at the model, and then he says, and now let's go see. And we file through that door that opens up cast members only back into that back area. There was a poor couple of tourists that were trying, that thought, hey, we're part of the group, we're coming too. No, I'm sorry, you don't have a ticket, you got to stay here. Yeah, you can't see this. But anyway, so we go back and we walk down this street. There's buildings around. Boring. These are not the droids you're looking for. I think I said that over. Don't look at this. This is not what we're here for. Anyway, and so we walk into the back of Toy Story Land. We didn't walk in the front. We didn't come in the front entrance like you normally would. Okay, so here's how Toy Story Land, you've seen the pictures of the model of how Toy Story, you come in here, it's by the building where Toy Story Mania currently is. You come in next to that, and you come in and there's Slinky Dog Dash roller coaster, and then everything moves from there. So we're coming in here at the middle of Slinky Dog Dash roller coaster. And my first impression as I come through this gate and see this Slinky Dog Dash and the land for the first time, my first impression is somebody needs to get a lawnmower, because this grass stuff is out of control. Surely they're going to mow it before they let people in. Okay, so they took us on around in front of Slinky Dog Dash. They'd set up an area with those concrete pillars that they put in those construction things they use on highways. They set up an area for us that was probably about 50 feet long and about 20 feet wide, that we could roam around in and take a look. We couldn't take any pictures. We could only look and describe what we're seeing as we're looking around. So we're set up right in front of Slinky Dog Dash. In fact, you've seen the pictures of Jesse and Rex being lowered down. We're right there in front of Jesse and Rex. So we've got that perspective. We can see the entrance back over here. Slinky Dog Dash is ready to go. I just can imagine that every minute that those Imagineers have any extra time, they're overriding Slinky Dog Dash, because it's all done. They've even got the landscaping in. That's what I was seeing when I thought it needs to be mowed. I was seeing the landscaping. I'm 1.5 inches tall, so the grass is going to be 3 foot tall. It's all done, and the landscaping is in. Everything is it, and they're starting to build around that. So if you start at the entrance, this is just where they are in construction. And so the entrance, nothing. Concrete, that's it. No structures, no grass, it's just concrete. All there is from the entrance all the way up to Slinky Dog Dash. Now, one thing we did see, as you would be walking in, you would see this too. Right before you get to Slinky Dog Dash they've got Andy's footprint. And it was already in the concrete. Andy's footprint was in the concrete. So you've got this big old, it was 24 feet long, size 240 or something like that. It's just a huge footprint that we could see. There was one of those barriers was right in the middle of that footprint. We could see the footprint sticking out. So Slinky Dog Dash, nothing at the entrance. So next comes Toy Story Mania. The entrance to Toy Story Mania is going to move to Toy Story Land. So instead of opening up on Pixar Place, it's going to open up in Toy Story Land. And what did the entrance to... it looked like a little white building. just a little white. It wasn't connected to Toy Story Land yet. You got to remember, we were there 100 days before opening. So they're still doing a lot of construction, but you could see the outlines of what the building is going to look like. Next came Woody's Lunchbox. Woody's Lunchbox is going to be the quick service restaurant there in Toy Story Land. Again, it's just a white building. Just a white. That's it. It was a white building. The openings for where the counters are going to be, you could see into the building, but there was nothing in it. I mean, it's just, they've got a lot of work to do. It's just a white building. Up the hill, it was kind of a long way away. We could see it, but it was a long way away. It was the Aliens, where did I put it? I covered mine. Alien Swirling Saucer Ride. This is the new, I don't know if you're familiar with Disneyland, but Disneyland has a ride built on the same technology. It's Mater's Tractors or something like that. Time for Jessie Winter. Here we go. Time for Jessie Winter. Who's going to get Jessie? It looks like it's Dickie Young. Dickie Young, you got Jessie. Oh, boy. Jessie's so cool. I love Jessie. She's just so cool. Anyway, so Dickie, send me a message. Go over to our Facebook page and send me a message, and we'll get you out your new Jessie doll. So cool. And these things, they're so big. I mean, Shannon didn't spare any expenses on this one. These things, you can see, this is not a 4-inch tall Jessie doll. This thing's about 14, 16 inches tall. That's pretty cool. Anyway. All right, so we've got one more of these to go, and we'll get to Woody here in a little bit. All right, so where was I? Talking about the alien, I can't remember. Swirling saucers. Disneyland has a ride just on the same technology, so we kind of know how it's going to work. Well, Ryan was really excited about Alien Swirling Saucer because it's the ride he is working on right now. He's riding it all the time. He's checking it out. He's working on it. They're finishing it up. Apparently, the ride is working. They're finishing the buildings. We could see the top of the buildings. We could see kind of the saucer shape, the round shape. But the tops, it's going to have a little cone on the top, kind of like a saucer. But it's going to have the little cone thing on the top. And so the cones aren't there. You can still see the support beams, all of that. So they've got a lot of work to do, but it is really, really going to be something special when they get done. It was just so fun to watch Ryan talk about how the story behind the Andy won the aliens and created this ride, and the aliens are all trying to get chosen so they can go to Pepperonia, and it was just really, really fun to spend a day with a Disney Imagineer and hear how their mind works, hear how he thinks, and hear how he's talking about these rides and the love and the depth of it was just such an incredible, incredible experience. I can't wait to go back. I wasn't planning to do all 3 trips. I hadn't told Mrs. Mom about it originally. When I got back, I said, I've got to do this. I've got to do all 3 trips. So we sat down and we booked flights for me to go back. The next time we're there is April 23rd. It's a Monday. I don't know if it's 22nd or 23rd. I think it's the 23rd. April 23rd on Monday. And then we go back again on May 23rd. So every 30 days we get to see, and I'll come back and I'll tell you how they're progressing, what they've done, what they've put together, how it's changed every 30 days. And then we're also going to be there for the opening. There's a media event on the 28th and the 29th of June where we'll be there for the opening. So we'll be able to tell you. We'll be taking you with us right there every step of the way. It's just so incredible, so beautiful, so cool. Just so excited about being there. I hope you kind of get that. I hope you kind of get the feeling of how excited I am. I pulled the Pointer Sisters back up, but Disney would probably get me for copyright infringement. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I've been talking about that. You could, if you knew Steve, he's in here tonight. That's all I talked about Sunday when we were together. Anyway, so that was my tour of Toy Story Land. I know you've got questions. I see a bunch of them already. So if you got any questions, put them down in the comments. And I'm going to go now to questions and just kind of try to answer what your questions are. I don't know that I can, but I will do my best. All right, first one, Scott asks, any idea when we can make fast passes for Toy Story Land rides? We will begin on the exact day Toy Story officially opens. Any mentions if Swirling Saucers will have fast passes? And Jen also asks, any news on the fast pass for Toy Story Mania? What the fast pass group for Toy Story Mania and Slinky Dog will be? Okay, as to fast passes, my guess is that they will not allow fast passes until after June 30th. That's just my guess. What do I know? I can't remember exactly when they started doing it for for the new Pandora rides, Flight of Passage and Rivers of Light. I don't remember exactly how that worked, but my guess is that, Toy Story Mania is going to close for a little bit. You can't get a fast pass right now because of all the construction they're doing. They're rebuilding the entrance, so they'll be ready for the new entrance. When it opens back up, when they start doing fast passes for Slinky Dog and for Alien Saucers, yes, they will have fast passes for Alien Saucer Swirl. I can't imagine them not, because it's going to be such a limited occupancy on Alien Saucer Swirl. So, yes, I think they'll have fast passes for all of them. Slinky Dog Dash, at least to start, will be top level along with Toy Story Mania. Yeah, they'll be A level or whatever. You can only choose one of those. My guess it'll be Rock and Roller Coaster, Toy Story Mania, Slinky Dog Dash, maybe Tower of Terror, but probably not. It might be. I don't know. We'll just have to see. Nobody really knows. I can tell you from what Ryan was saying and from what the Imagineer team was saying to us is they don't even know for sure yet how it's going to work. Those questions were asked. When there was a question asked that they couldn't tell us, they told us they couldn't tell us. When there was a question asked that they didn't know, they told us they didn't know. And that was one of the questions that was asked that they didn't even know yet. So I can only suppose what's going to happen. All right, next question. I'm spending my honeymoon in August. We're staying at Saratoga and doing Disney for 4 days. Anything special I can see or do there? My kids will be there. Depends on what time in August. If it's the first part of August, you're going to struggle to, you can walk through. If by then fast passes should be available, if you can get fast passes. Now, you got to remember, Slinky Dog Dash is going to be a ride like the Barnstormer in the Magic Kingdom. This is not a big, huge, swirling, turn you over rock and roller coaster ride. This is a Barnstormer type ride. It's a smaller. My guess is it's going to have one of those, you have to be with somebody under 44 inches to ride. That's my guess. But it's going to be one of those things that's more for kids than for adults. Now, I know we all want to ride it and we all can't rate, but it's going to be more of a kids ride because remember, we're talking Andy's backyard. This is things that Andy has built for Andy. And actually for his toys, but so I think that you'll find these rides are more geared to the kids than the adults, and they will draw the kid crowds. So as to August, you should probably be able to get a fast pass by then. Don't know that for sure, but I'm guessing you will be able to. If you're going in late August when the crowds die, you should have a good chance of getting to ride all the rides and experiencing the whole thing. All right, let's see, where are we? Annette, Carl, hi. That's my name. Given that there will be all this new area, what do you think that Hollywood Studios is doable in one day? We will be there in November, December. How much time do you think we need to complete it at a moderate pace for my needs? I know about moderate paces. We do have the luxury of going another day. And so how would you suggest we split it up? Annette, I think Hollywood Studios, it kind of depends. There are so many things at Hollywood Studios that are big time eaters. Like if you want to do the Frozen sing-along, that's a 30 to 45 minute investment in time. If you're doing the Star Wars, where the kids go up and fight Darth Vader, that's a significant investment in time. If you're doing all of those things, if you're doing everything in Hollywood Studios once Toy Story Land opens, it's going to be a full day. Once Star Wars Galaxy's Edge opens, it'll be a little more than that. But I think you can get it done in one day, depending on how many of the long shows you want to do. The Beauty and the Beast, the Indiana Jones stunt show. How many of those you need to do will kind of depend on how much you can get done in a day. Until the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Train ride opens, there's still some things that aren't available in Hollywood Studios. So it will be a day, but it will be a full day. So I think you can get it done in a day, and you've got the extra day to slop back over if you need to. If I were to split it up, I would do it to where, I'm doing one of the A-list rides one day and one of the A-list rides the second day, and everything around those rides each day. All right. If you had to choose American Adventure versus the Hall of Presidents, I like the American Adventure better. I love that show. Always have. I'm not a history buff. Mrs. Mom is a history buff. She's more into the presidents. I couldn't tell you Millard Fillmore from Steve Anderson. Sorry, Steve. But I know the presidents. I probably learned them growing up, but I'm not into the presidential history. But I do like American history, and I love that American Adventure show. And I like the music better than America. America. You can hear me sing it already. Okay. Denise asks, time to give away the last prize for the night. We're giving away Buzz. Buzz. This is not Buzz. This is Woody. Woody. Buddy. All right. Who gets Woody? Bill Nelson. Bill, you get Woody. Send me a note over on our Facebook page, on our big Facebook page, and we'll get these out to you. Okay, so where was I? Denise asks, does this mean Buzz will no longer meet in the Magic Kingdom? I don't know that it'll impact it. He's currently in both, so I don't think it may be. I know they moved Elsa and Anna, but we just don't know yet. Again, these are questions we won't know for a while. I might be able to get that answer. I'll take it. I'll take that question when I go next time, but my guess is I won't get an answer to that. Alrighty. Lindsay, is it designed similar to Honey, I Shrunk the Kids playground where the kids can climb on items in Andy's backyard? Or is it going to be a look, don't touch, and only for decorations? The second. It's not. And when you get in there, you'll see that that's not the way it's designed. It's more full size for us when we're looking at it. It's not. There are not places where kids can crawl or anything like that. You will feel kind of like it gives you the feeling of the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids playground and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids movie. Honey, I Shrunk the Audience movie mainly, but you don't get that. There's areas where they can crawl and things like that. There's none of that, at least yet. There's room for it. Not saying it won't happen, but it's not there yet. And it won't happen in 18, whatever this year is. Okay, Annette asks, are they planning to add an additional section to the Toy Story Mania to try and decrease the lines for that ride? Annette, they've already done it. They last year they added a third track, and when they added the third track, the lines did go down considerably, and so yes, they've already done that. That is already part of the plan. Sheila, with the popularity of Toy Story Mania, are they going to be able to tie the original entrances and new entrances together without shutdowns? No. They've already said that Toy Story Mania is going to shut down for 2 weeks in May. 2 weeks in May, they're going to shut it down as they tie the new entrance in. So, yes, it will be shut down for 2 weeks. And Fast Passes aren't available for March and April. And then it's going to shut down for 2 weeks in May. And then we're not quite sure what's going to happen after that. Jennifer asked, do you think they will have tiered fast passes? Yeah, I think I've already answered that one, Jennifer. Pat asks, will Slinky Dog have a height restriction? Yes. Okay. We've got that answer. Yes, Slinky Dog, the guests are going to need to be 38 inches and 32 inches to ride Saucer Swirl, Avian Saucer Swirl. Craig asks, when do you think the 2019 crowds calendars will be released? Let me see, Craig. I got a message today that they are in my inbox. I'm going to review them. They'll be released in the next 2 weeks. I think 2 weeks from now, we're releasing the new page with the new crowd calendars on it. All right, last question. We got to wrap this up. It's time to wrap this up. Already been an hour. Can you believe it's already been an hour? This is just, I don't know about you, but for me, this time has just flown. It's just been so much fun. All right, last question. Tina asks, we're going in October. Do you think Toy Story Land will be decorated for Halloween? No, I don't think so. They don't decorate Hollywood Studios. They don't decorate Epcot. They don't decorate it. That's only in the Magic Kingdom. Now, there will be Christmas decorations. There's already Christmas lights hanging. In fact, this is one thing I didn't say. You know why Rex and Jessie are hanging up in the air for Toy Story Slinky Dog Dash? Why are they hanging up in the air? Because they're stringing Christmas lights. They're Christmas lights hanging right there across Slinky Dog, right there where the ride goes right by. You see it right there between Jessie and Rex. They're hanging Christmas lights. So, but Toy Story Land, just like all the rest of the parks, will be decorated for Christmas, but not for Halloween. Okay, yeah, oh God, 2019 is so far away. Yeah, I'm so blessed, so lucky that I get to experience this. I hope that you've enjoyed me taking you along on my ride. It just was a magical time, and I thank Disney for inviting me and for letting me share this with you. They've just been really gracious. This is something they've never done before, and it's just so exciting to be able to see the growth and the progress they're making at Toy Story Land. And for all of you that want prizes, send me a message. I'll get them out tomorrow or as soon as you send me the message. Thank you all for being here. We will be back. I will be back Friday. Lunch with Dad will be back Friday at its regular time, noon Eastern, right here. If you haven't experienced Lunch with Dad yet, and if you're able to, Friday at noon, we talk about the latest at Disney, the latest things going on. There's news, there's reviews, there's. Thanks so much for watching Dad's video. For more simple, fun, magic Walt Disney World information, go to Dad's Guide to WDW.com. You can do that by clicking the I button that's popping up on the screen right now. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel and get more Dad's YouTube videos with Daditude.